one of the things that really got me was the scripture, by their fruits ye shall know them. And for years and years and years, I had been taught to only look at the quote unquote good fruit. So look how much we serve, look at all of these values that we teach. And that it took me a little while to kind of back up and identify and I'm going to read these off. So this is coming from the worksheet that we talked about in our introduction to the cult series episodes.
It was the one that dropped last week.
Right. So the one from last week. So this is the worksheet, Undoing Undue Influence and the Bite Model. This can be found at the freedomofmind.com website, which is kind of the home base for Stephen Hassan. And as I said last week, one of the things that I really like about the work that Steve Hassan has done is that he has taken the really kind of like the raw data, the heavy research and, clinical verbiage and made it very user friendly.
Made it possible for someone like me to read it
and even
glean
me
from it.
This isn't something I had to break apart to understand.
Right.
Which a lot of times the studies and the information can be really technical jargon.
Oh yeah, both of us spent time in our schooling just learning how to break apart the technical jargon so we could see how good the research was.
Right. So both of us spent time in school learning how to talk like we were the smartest people in the room with all that technical jargon. So here we go. Okay. So Stephen Hassan says people can be unduly influenced by deception, flattery, trickery, coercion, and other techniques, including hypnosis. And then in a court of law, undue influence is a legal term which involves a person or group taking advantage of their position of power over another person or persons. And so for me, when I was leaving the church and I was looking at by their fruits ye shall know them, the reason was I started to see the deception, the flattery, the trickery, the coercion. They talk about hypnosis, and it's not so much hypnotics that the Mormon church uses, but kind of that syrupy tone of voice that is utilized. You can definitely hear it in general conference, where you kind of get lulled into that half listening brain space. And that's a form of soft hypnosis. And I don't remember what Luna Corbden talks about, because I know that they identified it in their book as well.
Okay.
So that's something that we'll have to get back to you. And so for me, the other piece of it that was really by their fruits was because of my position as a counselor, and because I was Mormon at the time, I got a lot of referrals from LDS Family Services to provide counseling as a LDS competent counselor.
Right, I remember.
And I still get those referrals. So, I mean, the church, at least in this area, still sends people to me because I am considered culturally competent to meet those in and out of or influenced by the Mormon church. But one of the things that I started to see was that as people were struggling with their testimonies, undue influence, and I'm going to just kind of jump right into a quote mid-sentence here on this worksheet again. Undue influence was being used to cheat people out of their inheritance or property, break up families, deceive members into thinking that extreme shunning of close family members and friends is a loving act. And I've actually had my family do that to me recently. A few days ago, I got uninvited.
Introducing Zaxby's new chicken finger tacos. One with pico and creamy chipotle ranch, and the other with bacon and avocado ranch. Chicken expert since 1990. Taco expert since now. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.